Hello, 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 guys. Hello. We're live. I'm late by 3 minutes, but it's fine. I literally, no lie, I fell asleep. Yes, I fell asleep before 11:30. I did. I did. It's been a long day. I ran 6 miles. It's been a long day. I've done a lot of stuff today. And it's been a little stressful too. So my body was telling me to take it to sleep. So I did. But then my mind was also like, but yo, you have office hours tonight. So we're here with office hours. I wouldn't just leave you guys. So let's get set up here. Sorry if I seem a little disheveled, that's the reason why, because I did literally just wake up a few minutes ago. Hi Mira. How are you doing? I am doing well. I have a lot of thoughts swirling through my head right now. I have so many thoughts swirling through my head. One, I'm really stressed out about sucralose. Like I'm the most stressed out about sucralose than I've ever been in my entire life. Number two, I'm really stressed out about homeless veterans out there across America. I met one today. We had a lovely time. But meeting him kind of enraged me. What else am I stressed out about? Oh my God. I'm gonna spill some tea here, but my grandmother may have been scammed by a scammer, and I'm fucking pissed with Fifth Third. We'll get there. We'll get there. So we've got things I can rant about. We got lots of things we can rant about. But again, this is about you guys. This is not about me. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, and that be that. You say, I'm super tired and not feeling well, so I don't know how long I'll be here, but wanted to pop in and say hello, at least for a bit. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for always being here and trying to support whenever you can. Tell Parker, I said, oh, is Parker feeling better? That should be the first question I should be asking. Is he feeling better? Hopefully Parker's feeling back to 100%. Hopefully. So sorry, scammers that take advantage of the elderly are so common and just disgusting. The lowest of the low. I know. Let's get into it. Let's talk about that. That can be the first topic of tonight. But again, guys, for those that come file in, remember, you can always say, Cho, I have a question. Let's talk about this. But the beginning of these streams are always a little bit slow. So let's start off with the scammer who scammed my grandma today. Let's go all the way back. I'm gonna lay the foundation and give you guys a little bit of context. So I'm very close with my grandparents. I am an account owner with both sets of my grandparents. So I see all transactions, I can ask questions, I can withdraw, I can write checks, I can do all that stuff. And this is because of just old age, number one. And number two, I am their beneficiaries for the most part. So my grandma, bless her heart, and this is TMI, this is too personal. I shouldn't really be sharing this because I don't normally share this, but we're gonna share it today. My grandma has dementia. We talked about her last week. We talked about her last weekend. The weekend I was in Toledo, I did that live, and we talked about dementia. We're talking about her. We're talking about that grandma, okay? I bought her some Purex off of Amazon. The reason I bought her Purex off of Amazon is because she does not like the blue Purex, the Purex that comes in the blue container. She only likes the Purex that comes in the white container. However, the Purex that comes in the white container, they've been out of stock everywhere. Walmart never has them. Target never has them. Kroger never has them. So I've been buying her the Purex in the blue one, and she's been refusing to wash her clothes until I can get her the Purex in the white container. Okay? Foundation laid. So I'll get to that question in a second, Mira. I'll answer it because I want to talk about that too. So I decide, okay, Joe, just get her the fucking Purex in the white container from Amazon. Even if it's more expensive, it's better than wasting time and money buying the Purex in the blue container. So I do that. I buy her $62 worth of Purex in the white container. It's shipped, delivered, paid for. By the way, with her, I didn't pay for this, my money. I have her her debit card. She's given me her debit card where I'm able to make purchases for her. So I did that. Okay. The shit been delivered for days. Okay. Yeah, she's been using this Purex in the white container since I was a child. Okay. For 30 plus years. She's been using the Purex in the white container. So I get it. I totally get it. But that's the foundation. So I buy her this stuff and it's fine, right? So today I'm volunteering because I volunteer every Saturday at like a soup kitchen and a community lunch program. I do cooking. I mostly cook. Sometimes I serve, but I do mostly cooking and cleaning every Saturday at this church. And so she gives me a call. She calls me hysterical. She's asking me, why is Amazon texting me about the wrong credit card being used and having more than one credit card on file, and they need a credit card. They need the correct credit card on file for me to pay for the soap, the laundry detergent. Now, first of all, the day that Amazon sends you a text message is the day that you're being scammed by some African or Indian scammer from a telemarketing scheme. This is what happens. This person is from I don't know where they're from, but they're ready to scam. Okay, I've watched documentaries. I've watched how they build entire businesses around scamming old folk. Crazy. So Amazon's texting her about the credit, having multiple credit cards being on file, and she needs to give them the correct. She asks me, well, should I need to give them the correct number? I'm like, Grandma, no, you don't need to give them the correct number. Number one, Grandma, you already have the laundry detergent. Okay? You already have the laundry detergent. If there was anything wrong with the payment, you would not have the laundry detergent today. Okay? Businesses don't just ship off their products to you and then worry about payment going through later. That's not how this works. Number two, I made the Amazon order. So under no circumstance, even if there was a problem with the credit card information, would they have ever contacted you, because I made the order from my Amazon account. They would not know to contact you. Your phone number is nowhere on my Amazon account. Okay? And furthermore, it was addressed to me, to the house. So under no circumstances this text makes sense. So naturally, because this is not the first time I've dealt with this situation specifically, she's lost. Well, she hasn't lost. Well, she has lost money. But anyway, we have dealt with this before with her. So immediately, I'm thinking we got to close this fucking account immediately before anyone buys anything. I get home, I'm typing up on my computer, logging into Fifth Third, checking the receipts, checking the transactions. I noticed that no one has taken anything from her account yet, thank God. Okay. All I see on there are purchases from QVC, JCPenney, Sears, and then returns to QVC, JCPenney, and Sears. That's all I see on this debit card. Normal, okay? So I contact Fifth Third, and I swear to God, I hate Fifth Third banking with a passion. Do not bank with Fifth Third. I grew up with them. My grandparents got me an account with them when I was like 14, 15 years old. And I just stayed with them because that's who I am. I'm a long-term committed person naturally in my brain. That's just how I am. So I stayed with them for so long, despite shitty customer service and shitty products. Finally, I got rid of them about, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago when my first trip to Miami Beach. It was my first 7 years ago. My first trip to Miami Beach. They locked my car when I was down in Florida, and I remember it being such a dramatic experience not having access to my money, and there was no way, shape, or form they could help me. And I literally had to have my partner buy everything for me while I was in Miami and pay him back. Now, it's great having the guy pay for everything for you, but I had to pay that shit back. Anyway, it just changes the whole dynamic of things. I just didn't like it. So I talked to Fifth Third. I'm like, I need to my grandmother has once again fucked up and giving her information to someone else. I need to cancel this card, block this card immediately. They tell me, well, actually, you can't because this is not your debit card. Excuse me? Yeah, your name's not on the debit card. Only insert my grandma's names on the debit card. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that my checking account that has an associated debit card, I can't cancel a card that's withdrawing funds out of my fucking account? That makes no sense. I feel like any debit card that's attached to a checking account should be accessed by the checking account owner. It doesn't make sense. So I couldn't even cancel or block the card. They could be running up the tab right now as I speak because I have been unable to cancel the card, and my grandma refuses to cancel the card until Monday morning. So I just, you know what? I'm like, Cho, this is one of those situations where it's out of your hands. Let it be up to God. Let him take care of it, okay? But, so that's the story. That's it. I mean, luckily, they haven't taken anything yet. But it's disgusting because she's been targeted by scammers before, they just sell her information to other scammers. That's what they do. Once they have your contact information and they get somewhere with you successful in order to scam your money, they take that information, they tell their homeboys, hey homeboy scammer, I got this bitch that I scammed 6 months ago. I'll sell her information to you and a bunch of other thousands of Toledo contacts for $500. And then you can try it too. And they pass your information along. So you may be over one scam, but once you're in the system, you're in the system. So I keep telling her, I'm getting so frustrated, I'm so sorry. I keep telling her if it's a phone number that you don't know, if it's a phone number that you're not familiar with, that's not in your phone, even if it's your bank, even if it's a facility that you use, even if it's something that you think you're familiar with, if the number is not in your contacts, don't fucking respond because it's a scam. And 9 times out of 10, it is a scam. So, basically, I'm gonna have to make sure she cancels this card on Monday, and then make sure that the new debit card she gets has my fucking name on it so that I can easily cancel when I need to cancel it. And then I have to really, really evaluate to see if can she even be responsible to use her own funds, that's like a new level to this I haven't even thought of. But my partner said, well, Cho, maybe she needs to, her access to money needs to be revoked. And there's other financial situations too happening with her that I'm not going to speak on right here. But it just makes me think, like, does she need to even have access to money? But I don't want to even do that because that puts so much more work on my dad. And he's already doing so much for his mom. So I don't know. Anyway, let me catch up on chat. I forgot to send you screenshots of the brand that reached out to me asking if I want to try their water-free, preservative-free skincare. Water-free? Who cares about water-free skincare? Preservative-free skincare. I don't think you want preservative-free skincare, nor should anybody else. She's probably been using that. Yeah. Wait, is this laundry detergent? Yes, this is laundry detergent. Purex is a popular laundry detergent, at least here in the Midwest, honey. She's been using for decades, and she likes the Purex in the white container. Okay. She shared her card info. Yes, she did. You'd never get an email saying payment was declined to fix that. That's no. No. You would never get an email from Amazon that your payment was declined after they've already sent the product to your house and it's arrived. Believe me, Jeff Bezos is a greedy bastard. You think he would ever ship off a product to you without confirming that the payment was his to keep? Come on now. No. Having had my cousin stolen once, having had my info stolen once, I only need banks with good 100%. Customer service is the number one thing when it comes to any brand that I work with or give my money to. And the reason why is because the products may be great, the features may be fantastic, it may provide a lot of value for you, but the one thing you always remember about a brand and your relationship with the brand is bad customer experiences. You forget that all that other shit. You may forget, oh, how great that credit card was to have and all the trips you took off the credit card. You may forget that. You may forget, oh yeah, my APY is really good with this bank and da-da-da-da. Like, you forget that information, but you never forget bad customer experience. It sticks out in your mind for years. And so I am the same way. I really try to prioritize customer service when picking brands to do business with. My APY was bumped up to 5.10%. Yes, we love that. I love that Credit Karma has just really expanded their services. It feels like just yesterday that they were just like a very small credit reporting company, but now they've expanded their services, and I think that's great. Good, and they're competitive too, very competitive. 5.10% for APY with your bank is excellent. Hi, Chow. I did. Well, no, not 13 minutes ago. About 20 minutes ago, we started the stream. Do I have power of attorney? So, no, I don't. My father has power of attorney with her on all of her stuff. However, I am an account owner on her financial accounts. So technically, the money and legally, I have access to all of the money in those accounts. However, what power of attorney means in terms of a financial power of attorney is that my father can sign documents, pay things, and behave and act for his mother in case he needed to. I can't do that. I can't sign for her. I can just behave as though I'm an account owner on the account. So there's a slight difference. It might be time. Hey, Motocross. How are you today, Motocross? Welcome to the stream. Reminder, this is Cho's office hours, so feel free to ask me any questions that comes to your heart. They can be general advice type questions or opinions, like questions about my opinions on certain topics, nutrition, finances, relationships, um, skincare, cooking, meal prepping, things like that. Make yourself comfortable. Um, yeah. Um, what's the main idea of the tarot reading you read? So, child, the main idea behind how I perform tarot is that I'm always trying to get my clients to think about different perspectives to have to deal with different situations, like a myriad or variable amount of situations. And I'm always trying to expand your perspective as well, make you think critically about the way you think about things currently and how maybe you ought to change the way you think about things, or maybe you didn't think about it in this way. And so that's what I do when I do tarot. People have described my tarot readings as being similar to talking to a motivational coach, talking to a therapist, or talking to like your best friend. I'm having kitchen table talk. So I like that. And that's kind of what I want. I want people to feel that way. This is not like voodoo, spiritual, let me, stir my cauldron and tell you the future. That's not how my tarot works. Um, I come from a very logical foundation in the way I think, and you know, I tend to be very stoic. However, I do also believe in tapping into your intuition, and I think I have a really good mix of stoicism and intuition when it comes to my tarot readings that I think has been very practical for people to experience during my. Y'all know when I hear weird shit, I be ready. I be ready. Anyway, you got to stay ready, y'all. Stay ready so that you don't have to get ready in time of emergency. But when you live in an old house like I do, everything makes noises. Like the wind blows one way, it makes a noise then. Um, did you see people complaining about derms at the conferences this week? I did. I did. It was kind of funny actually. Because they're so easy to make fun of. They're easy to make fun of. So oh my god, your dog is desperate. Yeah, child, I did go to church. I go to church once a month. Typically once a month. I don't really have a home church in Columbus. I don't. I volunteer with churches on a regular basis here in Columbus, but I don't have a home church that I attend on a regular basis. However, when I'm at home in Toledo, and you guys know I visit Toledo at least once a month, um, I will go to church with my dad or my mom. So my parents they've never been together. So they've always been separated. And so one month I'll go to church with my dad, and then another month I'll go to church with my mom. And my mom's church is the church I grew up in, was baptized in because I'm Baptist. Um, so yeah, that's my church schedule. Yeah. Um, yeah, if you want to talk about history, sure. History is not a topic I'm interested in, but if you want to ask a question about history, sure. I'm going to answer it to the best of my ability. Oh, what's that type of cleanser? You have to become a chemist. Listen, Mira, I would not want to be playing chemist with some skincare that doesn't have any preservatives. Before I start mixing and matching powders with liquids and all, make sure it has a freaking preservative system first. That's crazy. That was funny. Dr. Ellen was so funny. I messaged her about it and we got a good kiki, a good laugh out of that. Child, I would kill someone. I would kill a person entering my home illegally. Absolutely, I would. and wouldn't think twice about it either. Castle doctrine here in Ohio. Stand your ground here in Ohio. Try me if you want to. Their entire line, all the serums are powder. Oh, that's so annoying. It's kind of gimmicky too. I get the allure. I do get the allure because powders are easy to travel with. So I get that angle of like being a travel skincare brand. You know, you can take all your powders with you and then it turns into a serum. But to me, it becomes borderline DIY skincare. It becomes DIY skincare where you have to put more effort to get utility out of your skincare. And imagine having to mix 5 different powders throughout your entire routine. I just would not be down for that at all. I would maybe, perhaps a cleanser would be one thing that I could mix up together. But even then, I'm not interested in that at all. Yeah, it's just DIY. It's just do it yourself. Yeah, that sucks. And so yeah, not only are you restricted to like really inelegant formulations, but you're actually lacking in terms of the overall formula, but they try to convince you it's less filler. So ridiculous. Um Ciao, I'm being a little facetious. I thought I heard a funny noise in my house and I thought it was maybe an intruder, and I would kill an intruder. That's just true. Big believer in self-defense here in this household in the great state of Ohio, which is a stand your ground state. Um Catch. And since it's all preservative free, they only sell oils as the moisturizer. My dry skin could never. Oh my god, this sounds horrific. The skincare brand sounds horrific. And not beta carotene as the retinol replacement. Oh god. And the audacity of them to send you an offer. Want to work with us, Mira? Can we send you these products for free in exchange for a review? Yeah, they've lost their mind. They've definitely lost their mind. They've definitely lost their mind. That's funny. And that's the sad part too, is like these brands are just treating influencers as numbers. Okay, child. Don't talk about it then. Don't keep bringing it up. Um yeah, they just treat these influencers as um as numbers. And like if you would have just clicked my account once, you would have known not to waste your time. Because again, I'm not mad at them that that's the way they run their business. I'm mad that they wasted their time contacting you of all people. Like you could have saved yourself some time to try to manipulate some other person into working with your brand. But you wasted time on Mira, a science educator who's pro preservatives. It's crazy. Um, yeah, exactly. A little research goes a long way. It really does. It goes a long way. But I think that these brands and influencers alike have become so transactional. And I don't know if it's because of the state of our economy and how disgustingly trash our economy is right now. I don't know if that's it, but I do find it to be disheartening that people are very transactional these days and aren't interested in long-term relationships. It's a little disheartening. So, what other questions do we have tonight? Any questions we have? Any other questions? Because I have a whole bunch of things I can complain about. So many things I can complain about tonight. You really enjoy the relationships you have with someone. Oh my God, it's the best. It's truly the best. It makes me not want to work with larger ones, to be honest. It's the best. Working with smaller brands is easy. It's just easy. They're understanding, they are efficient, they are flexible. I feel like they are looking for true collaboration, not transactional relationships. They're actually thinking about collaborating, and they're in it for the right reason. I love it. I love small brands so much. Yeah, child, you can keep talking to me on TikTok about vocab. That's where I told you to talk to me about it. But hell, TikTok may be banned by the end of this year, thanks to our crazy government and these dumbass Republicans in the House. Disgusting people. Um, as long as we don't talk about, listen, I'm not even gonna touch the benzene stuff. I'm not even gonna touch it because I'm already tired of hearing about it. I'm already tired of hearing. All I've been hearing about on my feed for the last week is benzene, 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 benzene. I'm over it already. I'm over it. And you're right, too. A lot of people are talking about benzene and have no fucking business talking about benzene. Okay? They can't even draw the structure, the organic structure of benzene. Okay? Um, I'm sick of it. Yeah, child. My parents taught me not to talk to strangers, but I do it anyway. I talked to you, didn't I? And you were a stranger once, right? Strangers are only friends that you have not met yet. Don't teach your children that, but that's the truth. Or they could be, a killer or psychopath. I mean, that could be true too. But for the most part, they can also be friends that you haven't met yet. Um, yeah, we talked about that. The science communicators. We talked about the science communicators who can't get basic shit correct. I tell you, that person's something else. Something else. Am I gonna link to you guys? I have an issue. I have a major issue. I spent all evening, all morning actually, researching sucralose. Hey, Metal Clock, how are you? Everybody go take a look at that video. If you're into nutrition like I am, and I'm into nutrition big time, there's a lot of drama about sucralose these days. And I'm currently shopping for new protein powders without sucralose. So, anyway, Metal Clock, I'm not sure if I know who you are, but welcome to the stream. These are my office hours. If you have any questions, this is just a very open-ended, welcome to the chat, ask me anything type of format, okay? Ask me about any topic that tickles your interest. Finance, nutrition, food, meal prepping, skincare, relationships, pop culture, politics. This is really anything goes live stream for the most part, at least. So make yourself at home and ask me anything. If the government banned TikTok, how are we going to talk about vocabulary now? I love that that is chosen only. I love that that's Child's only concern is how are we ever going to continue to talk about vocabulary? Well, Child, you may have to download Instagram. Now, I don't know if you have Instagram over in Vietnam, I don't know how that works, access to apps and whatnot, but you may have to just download Instagram and talk to me over there when it comes to vocabulary. I was tired of the topic already, but then people started making content criticizing others for their benzene content, and I was ready to block the topic from my feed. Oh my God. I wish that Instagram had a filter feature like Twitter, where you could just filter out and block words. I would have blocked benzene ages ago. Ages ago. Anytime benzene comes up in the algorithm, I don't want to see it. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that you actually live in New Zealand. New Zealand, you're just from Vietnam. My apologies. Food Science Babe is great. She's been in some drama though. It's interesting. I like her though. I've always do I still follow her? I think I should still follow her. But she's been in some drama over the last 15 years. I've watched her on and off closely. I'm kind of in an off mode right now, where I'm not really into her content. I haven't been watching her. I shouldn't say that. I haven't been watching her content, but I think I still follow her. There's so much nonsense out there, not only about nutrition, but especially supplements. Yes, there is. I would tell you, and I know the girls are gonna get your pitchforks, sharpen your pitchforks, okay? Because I'm about to say controversial stuff that's just fucking common sense. I have seen so many dietitians online trying to normalize and trying to justify an over reliance on relatively unhealthy foods. What do I mean by this? There are so many dietitians out there, and I know that diet culture is toxic, it's crazy, it's harmful, it's destructive. Yes, it's all of those things, but multiple things can be true at the same exact fucking time, okay? And I'm about to tell you one of those things that's true as well, alongside of diet culture being toxic. There are dietitian influencers whose whole identity is wrapped around eating relatively unhealthy foods. The whole thing. They're anti-dieting dietitians. Abby, who I follow, is one of them. I like some of her content, okay? Because I give credit where credit's due, always. I love some of her content, but then some of her other content is bullshit, okay? Complete bullshit. She did this whole, we got to tussling. Well, she ignored me, but everyone in her comment section got to tussling with me in the comment section. She put on this reel and this whole infographic about how being fat is just so out of your control. It's just so out of your control. I'm sorry, but it is under your control. Now, I know the girls are mad about that because 60% of the girls are fat these days. Okay, I get it. Being fat that's being a healthy body weight is actually abnormal now in America. Statistically speaking, that's abnormal, okay? But it is actually under your control. There are factors that makes losing weight more difficult. That's true. That's true. Definitely true. But ultimately, whether you're able to make difficult decisions in your favor or not, it is still something that you control. I feel as though there's this trend to take personal responsibility out of the equation when it comes to personal nutrition. I find that to be extremely toxic because it will lead to eating disorders and continues to lead to eating disorders. If your entire um if your entire feeling about nutrition is, oh, it's my trauma, it's my genetic family trauma that makes me fat. Oh, it's the fact that I'm poor, that's why I'm fat. Oh, it's genetics, that's why. If these are all the reasons why you're fat, none of this is your fault. You just came out of your mom's vagina obese, okay? And there's no changing it. If that's the rationality, you're always gonna be obese. You're always gonna be fat. Always, okay? When you take personal accountability out of the equation when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle and weight loss goals, it creates a system where people are never able to accomplish their health goals. They're never able to do that because they always have the excuse that has been legitimized by professionals that it's not their fault. And if it's not their fault, why put an effort into anything? Why put the effort into living a healthier lifestyle when it's not their fault? It's not their choice. So I cannot stand those types of dietitians. Threads has been chock full of bitches like that, and I cannot stand them. And Abby, who I follow here on Instagram, I've had to clock her a couple times and be like, this is some bullshit, okay? And this is harmful to your clients. Yes, there are a lot of different factors that makes losing weight difficult. In fact, once you do become obese, it becomes even harder to make healthier choices because of the factors that affect you when you're fat. Okay, I get it. All those things can be true at the same time as how much food you put in your mouth, how many calories you put in your fucking mouth is your choice. Because all those issues with like the trauma and the genetics and the poverty, all those factors don't got shit to do with thermodynamics. They don't. They just don't. Not a single one of them has anything to do with thermodynamics. And I hate to simplify things, but it really is calories in, calories out. And that's just the tea. I hate that's, and people don't hate, people hate the simple answer, okay? And at its core, that's thermodynamics. And everything else you're hearing is bullshit, okay? There are hundreds of factors that will affect your capabilities and your ability to lose weight. But at the end of the day, if you were to plop an obese person over in Africa with no access to food for a little while, you'd lose the fucking weight. Okay? Let me just get off. Let's get off my high horse for a second. Maple Shade Lover, you're talking to 5 people. Are you African? Bro, I'm a girl. Boy, I'ma slap you. Boy, stop. Who are you? I think the point is to not demonize food when it's not about a single item. It's about your diet as a whole. Yes, I 100% agree with that. But these people are not doing that. They're normalizing a dependence on unhealthy foods. I don't think it's just like reverse racism. It's okay, it's just like reverse racism that we see all the time now. You know, yes, black people faced racism a long time ago. So now it's okay to be racist towards white people. It's the same fucking thing. Yes, I know that eating a donut has been demonized, carbs have been demonized, and yes, there's shame with being fat. So now, in order to combat that, we have to make sure people are eating donuts all the fucking time. Eat the donut, girl. That's fine. You don't need to have any self-control. Eat the donuts. Intuitively eat. You should be eating intuitively. Do what you feel like. You know, that's not the answer. There's a balance that has to be taking place here. There needs to be a balance that is incorporated in that advice. Yeah, girl, there's no shame in having a donut. Listen, I just had ice cream this morning for breakfast, okay? There's no shame in having a snack or treating yourself. However, the caveat should say this may not be a part of a balanced diet if you eat it on a regular basis. Nothing's wrong with that. I have an eating disorder and a little fat, and well, you should get your eating disorder in check, honey, and maybe take care of that, honey. As well as a ton of evidence that most diets and restrictive eating just doesn't work, where lifestyle changes and building good habits do. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, I have a family tree of diabetic, bro. Stop, boy. Yes, we know. Wait, get up. Let's see how skinny you are. I'm not skinny. I weigh 160 pounds, and I am 5'11", maybe 6. But listen, not be doing a body check. Come on, body check. This is my body. I have a pretty fat ass. I'm cheeked up, honey. I am kind of cheeked up. But I'm definitely not skinny, honey. But fat, I can never be fat. Welcome to the stream, Maple Shade. I appreciate you being shady. I get a kick out of it. I love it. I'm from Twitter, and you know Twitter is savage. So I love shade. You're funny. You're really funny. But this is Cho's office hours. Feel free to ask me any questions you have. This is like an ask me anything type of stream. So it can be any topic you want, whether it is nutrition, finance, skincare, relationships, whatever you want. I'm open to discussing it. Just be warned, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, whether you like it or not. So welcome. Dietitians are treating people who are complex. And when you're working with people, you quickly realize you do need to consider history and health literacy. Yes, but that still has nothing to do with normalizing unhealthy eating. That has nothing to do with that. Telling people that it's not your fault that you're fat is wrong. It's It's not a fact. It's unfactual. Taking away the personal responsibility for people's health is wrong and unhelpful because that does not motivate people. It does not motivate people to achieve or make the necessary lifestyle changes. If you're telling a patient, it's not your fault, girl. It's not your fault that you're fat. Like, these are the factors that you have no control over. That's not motivating. And what you have to do is show people that they can achieve, not by injecting drugs, by the way, because that's an easy fix, and that's a whole other conversation. But you have to be able to inspire people, and telling people that they have lost all of their autonomy is not the way to do it. And that is what I'm seeing from dietitians on social media. And why are we seeing this from dietitians on social media? Not because that shit works. No, we're seeing it because that's what makes people feel good. That's what gets clicks. Nobody wants to hear a dietitian say, oh, just eat less calories than you intake. That's boring as fuck. But you know what they want to hear? They want to see a dietitian, a professional, eat donuts for breakfast, or they want to see me eating ice cream for breakfast and saying, oh, it's fine, I'm just like you. No, these dietitians are not just like you. That's the gag. They're selling something that's not true. You, the person at home watching these frauds, are binge eating. You're in the middle of an eating disorder. You're overeating. You're emotional eating. You have all these things that are wrong with the way your relationship with food. And then you have a doctor telling you, oh, this is not your fault. It's not your fault, girl. Like, that's bullshit. And then you see the same doctors, these same dietitians who are saying, oh, yeah, I'm eating donuts for breakfast. I'm doing this. I'm eating this unhealthy food. And it's fine. It's just intuitive eating. That's not true. That's not what they're really doing. They're social media influencers. And it's pernicious. I've seen this happen on social media for the last 10 years. And now that I'm not really focused on skincare as much, I'm calling all the shit out. I'm calling it all out. Agreed. I 100% agree with that, Mira. But that's not what we're seeing. That's not what I'm seeing on social media. Again, I'm not seeing people say that. I'm not seeing people communicate the way that you're communicating, because that's having a good relationship with food. I'm seeing dietitians who are trying to normalize unhealthy eating habits and to justify why people are failing at achieving their health goals. And I don't think we should be justifying people's negative experiences with eating. What we should be doing is providing explanations for them, explaining, well, these are the factors that may have contributed to you making a poor decision when you went out to eat. Okay? That's how you explain that. These are the factors that contributed to you making a poor decision when it came to your health goals during this month. Yes, you have insulin issues that's causing you to make difficult decisions. Your body's doing things abnormally. But again, oh, hi slime. Name a product that is forbidden. I don't know. Hey slime lord goalie. You sound like a 10-year-old. With a name like Slime Lord Goalie, I feel like only a 10-year-old would have that name. And you're sitting up here watching me cuss up a storm about some nutrition. I think maybe you're in the wrong chat, honey. You can empower people. You can empower patients to make healthy choices and also understand that the research does show it's more nuanced, that there are numerous factors that contribute to obesity. Yes, that's not what they're doing, Mira. That's not what they're doing. They're not saying that these are contributors. They're saying that these are the reasons why you are obese. They're disempowering people. And how do I know this? Because people are getting fatter. That's how I know. People are getting fatter. It's not working. Like I said, the average person is now fat, and they are getting fatter. They're not explaining these nuances as contributors to their choices. They're explaining these nuances as justifications for their choices. And that is a big difference. That's a huge difference that I disagree with vehemently. Hi, how are you? What should I say your name is? AMXE, bitch. That's, what should I call you? Amy? Amex? Your name is tripping me up. Amy? Is it Amy? I need to know your name, because I cannot say that screen name. Charles says, what is your opinion when people telling facts occasionally? Well, as someone that loves to give an unsolicited opinion, it depends on the context, okay? I give unsolicited opinions online because I'm online, okay? Who cares? You know, in my personal life, I'm not really like this in my real life because I'm a very conflict avoidant person in my real life because I'm crazy. I don't want to ever get in conflict with people in real life because I know that I go crazy. As you guys can see, I get really hyped and I talk with my hands and I get really, ah. So yeah, I always have lots of opinions about lots of things and I can be kind of judgmental. So I keep that to myself when it comes to my friends and their situations. Now, when they open the door and, it's time to deliver a fact of life, then I do that. But that's up to my discretion, and it's tricky. You have to know when is a good place to give advice and when's a good time to listen. And also, sometimes your friends are wanting someone to listen versus someone to give them advice. Like, do you need to just vent, or are you actually open to receiving constructive criticism right now? Sometimes people are not in the place where they're ready to receive that. Um, Amex, Amex, like the credit card. I can say that all day long. It's my favorite credit card. How are you tonight? Hopefully well. I just finished ranting about dumbass dietitians justifying obesity with poor eating habits. I see it all the time. I'm over it. I'm over it. Oh my god, about sucralose. Guys, I have to buy all new protein powders. I have a new one on the way. It's a whey protein, so I'm excited. All the protein powders that I've been like promoting for free, by the way, I don't get paid by them, but all the protein powder, well, no, I lied. I do get paid by one brand, Transformation Protein, but they don't use sucralose. But the other two brands, Isopure and Beam, they use sucralose. I love them. They're so tasty. They're so great. I love them so much. But they have sucralose. I just saw reports and some studies about sucralose when it's not looking good. It's just not looking good. And again, these are not definitive reports. Just because there are reports out there does not mean that, oh, this is the definitive truth. So take it with a grain of salt. But basically, the report was saying how it can really lead to messing up your gut biome and digestion and stuff like that. Also, the worst news was DNA damage. So sucralose have just become a huge question mark. Whereas regular sugar, real sugar, there are no question marks. We know what the fuck she does. We know the good. We know the bad. We know about sugar. Like, we know her. Like, she goes to this school. We know her. Sucralose is like the international student who just got here that looks like he has a dark side, but you don't know, but he's attractive and it's kind of sweet, but really, you know what I mean? Like, that's sucralose. And it's just time to leave sucralose alone and wait until we learn more about him before we commit to him. Because, yeah, and now I'm paranoid too because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to just go back to real sugar. And, yeah, I have to get a new vegan protein. I got to get a new whey protein. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. What else is happening? We've been here for an hour. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna just be prepared to leave the stream. Ask me questions, anything you want, finance related, nutrition, relationships, politics, pop culture. Throw any question at me. Just be prepared for an honest answer from yours truly. This is my demon slaying dagger, by the way. I use this. This is actually kind of special because I use this dagger to open up all of my products that I buy, specifically products that I am buying with the intent to review online. I love it. I feel as though this demon slaying dagger gives me good luck when it comes to buying products. And you know what? Oh my fucking God. I didn't use this to open up those containers the other day. That's probably why when I opened the box, one of the containers were already broken. Fuck me. So there you go. It works. Gives me good luck. Lovely says, are you going to see Nicki Minaj? No, I'm not. I don't go see concerts, but I love Nicki Minaj though. I love Nicki. I've been loving Bigfoot. I know that's petty of me. And I know that's disgusting of me. but, but Bigfoot was a key. That was a key. I can't lie. And mind you, I love Megan Thee Stallion. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I work out to her songs. I think she's a vibe. But the way Nicki ate her up in that song was kind of funny. It was just, I know I shouldn't laugh about it, but it was kind of funny. Low key, high key, hilarious. Yeah. So no, I'm not gonna go see her. I'm not a concert person. I'm not a concert person. If there was a way to go to a concert and be like super comfortable, I'm a man of leisure and convenience. Okay. The Ace Family drama. I haven't heard about the Ace Family in a long time. Please indulge me in the drama because I used to watch them all the time because I had this coworker named Peebo who loved the Ace Family. And I was watching drama channels at that point, and I kind of knew like a lot of tea about the dad, who's a fucking hot mess, scammer allegedly, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, not proven to me at least. So I watched them, and then Catherine, the mom, she's a sneak. Like I felt bad for her for a while because she was married to him, and then I realized that she's just as bad as he is with her companies and like the scamming and the scheming and whatnot. But their children must be like 10 by now, because I've been watching them for like, when I watched them, it was like 10 years ago. So I feel like they have to be like, the kids have to be grown at this point. They have to be like at least 10 years old, right? Well, listen, lovely. They are in a scandal every year. Every 6 months, every 6 to 10 months, a major scandal breaks up with the Ace family, like clockwork. Every 6 to 10 months, there is a scandal with them. And I know that he had that big basketball charity or scandal, and that was a shit show. And then they got like, didn't they get kicked out of their house? But then they tried to make it seem like, oh, we weren't kicked out. The problem is, and here's the problem. Here's the problem with the Ace family. And I don't even know the recent drama, but here's the tea. A lot of influencers come from one of two categories. Either number one, they've always had money and now they just want fame. And it's a drug, it's addicting. They do anything to achieve it. Doesn't matter how much money they have, how much success they build from their career. They want more. They want more. They want more extravagance. They want more drama. They want more attention. They can't get enough. Or two, they come from a poor background, kind of like a pull yourself up by the bootstraps type of background, where they come from nothing. Now they've made themselves a millionaire with this whole influencing thing, and they have all these opportunities, and they don't know how to manage it. But because they have that trauma of being poor, they have an idea where they just want to always live above their means. They want to show off. They want to say, oh, they really kind of attach these material things and possessions to their identity and to their self-esteem. And that's so toxic. That's so destructive for your financial life. And we all know that a bad financial life will seep into other areas of your life, your relationships, especially your romantic relationships. So it's just not good. It's not good at all. Your physical health, your mental health, like, it's just so important to make sure that you are taking care of your finances. It's so important. It's so integral to your life. Obviously, we don't talk about it enough. But I feel like the Ace family is in this second category where they didn't have a lot. Maybe they were fine before they blew up, but I think that they are just addicted to the attention, number one. And number two, they have to always show off. I think that there's a little bit of narcissism there where they're never going to take responsibility for anything they've done. They've always got an excuse. They're always a victim of something. Yet they want more. They want more attention. They want more validation. They want more. And it's never enough. It's a drug. And they have to always be keeping up with the Joneses. Meanwhile, they've got Kool-Aid money on a champagne budget. It's like, what? Like, you can't be drinking champagne when you only have Kool-Aid money. That's not how that works. You better empty that packet into a tub of water, add a cup of sugar, and call it a day. You know, Ace family. But time and time again, we see it's not enough. They have to rent a mansion above their means they don't need, that they can't afford long term. This is all just very symptomatic of what I described with, just being out of control with their finances and their personality disorders, which I'm sure they may have. Allegedly, in my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but do I think they're too far gone for help? Yes, I do. I think, this is going to sound drastic, they've got to lose it all before they learn the lesson. They've got to lose it all before they actually learn the lesson. Sorry. They've got to lose it all. They do. I think that once they realize that they are an extremely blessed family, worthy of accolades based upon real things, not just material wealth, but they're worth rooting for as parents, as a relatively younger couple. They're worth rooting for if they focus on the right things. And I think if they lose everything, they lose all the wealth, I think they'll realize then how truly wealthy they are with their family. Having the family connection, having your children be healthy, having a committed partner, having security. These are the things that make you wealthy and make you have an enriched life. Having a really strong foundation. I think if they can get back there, I think they'll see the light. But none of us have control over that happening. Only they have control over building or learning that perspective or experiencing that. I don't know. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think that in terms of what we can do, it's beyond us. It's beyond us at this point. It's beyond us. That is a clear picture. But I'm gonna have to look to see what they got themselves into recently. Ooh, not Ace Family. They still, oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. Did they get divorced? Now, wait a minute. T-Spill came out with a video 3 weeks ago titled, Austin McBroom Exposed for Lying. Everything was fake. No shit, everything was fake. I mean, did anyone think that they were real? All the scandals that they... Oh, this is tea. Oh my God, lovely. Now, this is tea. If they're divorcing, I'm going to tell you why they're divorcing. I'm gonna tell you why they're divorcing. I don't know if they're actually divorcing or not, because it could all be for content. Could all be for content. Listen, these people will never stop attempting to gain more notoriety. The reason why is because they make more money the more famous or infamous they become. Doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative. They don't give a fuck, by the way. Okay? They don't care whether this is positive news or negative news about them. Why is this? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, they don't care, because regardless of whether it's positive or negative news about them, that news makes them money. Those clicks make them money. Okay? However, if this impending divorce is real, I'm gonna tell you what it's about. And I haven't even watched a single video. It's about money. It's about hiding assets. When you reach a certain level of success in terms of buying assets, buying houses and cars and properties and et cetera, businesses and stuff like that, and you get into legal trouble, like major legal trouble, which they faced already, one of the big reasons for divorce is because of all of these financial issues. And oftentimes, the partner that has less blood on their hands will divorce the other one in order to shelter all of their assets, as much assets as they possibly can. That happens all the time. Now, this happened recently with Kim and Croy from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, where they've been fighting, they've been toying around the idea of divorce, and I think the speculation is because they're trying to avoid bill collectors and debts and people coming after them and lawsuits and stuff like that. And when you divorce, it splits the assets and you can become individuals again. Okay, are you following me? You can become individuals again, and that is a way of sheltering as much money and assets as possible. People use the divorce. So then you've got to come up with a fucking excuse for why you're divorcing. You don't need that many you don't need that many excuses to figure out a reason why you need to divorce Austin McBroom. Do you know what I mean? Like, duh. So, you know. Yeah. My mom and dad divorced because they couldn't figure out who did the biggest shit poo. Well, sometimes you gotta do the deed. That happens, Lee. Lee Felix, welcome to the stream. Any other questions, guys? It's been almost well, it's definitely been an hour, but it's almost been an hour and a half. Any more questions? We've got a low turnout tonight, so if y'all don't have any questions, I can go on about my business. Okay? I can do that. But let me know. Any more questions? Anything you want to know? I'm glad you told me about this Ace family situation because I'm going to be talking. I'm gonna list some videos. I'm gonna list some videos. The girls are saying they're faking the divorce. I mean, I'm not surprised by this. Okay, guys, if that's it, I'm gonna leave. Thanks for spending time with me tonight, guys. As always, I really appreciate when you guys spend time with me because you could be spending time with anyone else or anything else, and you chose me, so I really appreciate that. Be looking out for a video coming up soon, a weekend in the life of me in Toledo, Ohio, visiting my family. Am I a therapist? Some people, well, that's funny you asked that question. Not really. I do tarot readings. No, not really. No, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a legit registered therapist. But I do tarot readings. And a lot of my clients do liken my tarot readings to therapy or motivational coaching, or talking to your best friend, your gay best friend. Yeah, so, if you ever need a tarot reading, let me know. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Squish. If you DM me on Instagram, I'll give you a free tarot reading. So go. And my name on Instagram is ThatCho. Either on Instagram or TikTok or whatever you want. Just go DM me, and we can arrange for a tarot reading, and it'll be free from me to you. And you can experience how my tarot readings go. Yeah, and it'll be free. I usually charge $10 for new clients, and then $20 for returning clients, and then $15 with a $5 discount for Patreon members. But your first one will be free, Squish. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna start editing a video that I should have been editing earlier today. But anyway, this Ace family drama, intense. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.